I think it's very hard to really try to analyze the market on a day-to-day basis or even on a week-to-week basis. Market has its own rhythm to which it follows. There are global cues, there are Indian cues, and I think one of the most harmful things that can happen to any investor is try to analyze, try to re-engineer what is going on in the market on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.
Sir, I asked this on the backdrop of Trump's address to America. How do you think this has a bearing on our markets today? I think I was trying to get to this.
I think eventually US has a role to play for global markets because obviously the US currency, the US stock markets, all of that does matter. But I think India is reasonably insulated. India will, in the short term, have these gyrations which are very similar to the global markets. But in the medium term, we've seen that India is growing on its own. We are one of the more insulated markets because a large part of our theme is our own consumption, our own savings, our own investment themes, which are playing out in the market. So I think it does make for exciting news on an everyday basis. But I think the India factors are very positive. I think India growth is coming back. The entire, demonetization, experiment has been absorbed very well by the economy, and it's been very surprising how such a large change has very easily got absorbed by the economy, and things are back to normal. And it just shows that the underlying economy is very strong. The supply chain, the demand, aggregate demand is very strong. So on that basis, I think the markets are optimistic about India's, and the markets are always a few quarters ahead of actual corporate earnings growth rate. But I think the markets are currently very positive that in the next couple of quarters, earnings growth will come back. There will be global issues, and in the short term, they will impact us. But I don't think in the medium to long term, any global issue will impact us except one, which is oil price. Because the Indian economy or inflation, all of that gets hugely impacted by oil price. So if your viewers want to follow one global cue, I would always recommend that watch oil price. Outside of that, everything else is just going to be excitement without any investment implications.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.